Hello, I am Devi and I welcome you to my podcast Stories with Devi. As I mentioned previously, the second episode is dedicated to poems by Rumi, a name you might be quite familiar with. As I immerse myself more and more into poetry, I have somehow discovered a spiritual awakening, completely allowing me to enjoy this world around me. I honestly didn't see this coming, and maybe you have experienced the same feeling too. You can always message me at Stories with Devi on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. I would love to hear your thoughts on poetry and maybe ideas for an episode. We would love to hear from you. Now let us embark on a journey that is Rumi and his poetry. The Blocked Road by Rumi. I wish I knew what you wanted. You block the road and won't give me rest. You pull my lead rope one way, then the other. You act cold. My darling, do you hear what I say? Will this night of talking ever end? Why am I still embarrassed and timid about you? You are thousands, you are one, quiet but most articulate. Your name is spring, your name is wine. Your name is the nausea that comes from wine. You are my doubting and the light points in my eyes. You are every image and yet I'm homesick for you. Can I get there? Where the deer pounds on the lion, where the one I'm after me? This drum and these words keep pounding. Let them both smash through their covering into silence. The Guest House by Rumi. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, new arrival, a joy, a depression, a menace. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. Didn't I Tell You by Rumi. Didn't I tell you, do not leave me, for I am your only friend. I am the spring of life. Even if you live in anger for thousands of years, you will come back to me, for I am your goal and your end. Didn't I tell you not to be seduced by this colorful world, for I am the ultimate painter? Didn't I tell you, you are a fish, do not go to dry land, for I am the deep sea? Didn't I tell you, not to fall in the net like birds, for I am your wings and the power of light. Didn't I tell you not to let them change your mind and turn you to ice, for I am your fire and warmth? Didn't I tell you they will corrupt you and make you forget that I am the spring of all virtues? Didn't I tell you not to question my action, for everything falls into order? I am the Creator. Sublime Generosity by Rumi. I was dead, then alive, weeping, then laughing. The power of love came into me, and I became fierce like a lion, then tender like the evening star. He said, "You are not mad enough. You don't belong in this house." I went wild and had to be tied up. He said, "Still not wild enough to stay with us." I broke through another layer into joyfulness. He said, "It's not enough." I died. He said, "You are a clever little man, full of fantasy and doubting." I plucked out my feather and became a fool. He said, "Now you are the candle for this assembly." But I'm no candle, look, I'm scattered smoke. He said, "You are the sheikh, the guide, but I'm not a teacher, I have no power." He said, "You already have wings, I cannot give you wings." But I wanted his wings. I felt like some flightless chicken. Then the new events said to me, "Don't move. A sublime generosity is coming towards you." An old love said, "Stay with me." I said, "I will." You are the fountain of the sun's light. I am a willow shadow on the ground. You make my raggedness silky. The soul at dawn is like darkened water that slowly begins to say, "Thank you, thank you." Then at sunset, again, Venus gradually changes into the moon and then the whole night sky. This comes of smiling back at your smile. The chess master says nothing other than moving the silent chess piece. That I am part of the ploys of this game makes me amazingly happy. From the dust of the earth to a human being by Rumi. I have come to take you by your hand and bring you to myself. I have come to shine your way as you walk this path. I will make you guiltless. I will make you fearless. Then I will place you in the brightest point in the universe. I have come like a breeze of spring to your field of flowers, so I can hold you by my side and embrace you tight. I have come to take you by your hand and bring you to myself. I have come to shine your way as you walk this path. Like the cry of lovers, I will help you to reach the roof of heavens. From the dust of the earth to a human being, there are 1,000 steps. I have been with you through these steps. I have held your hand and walked by your side. And I will be with you as you move beyond this human form and soar to the highest heavens. To take a step without feet. This is love. To fly toward a secret sky. To cause 100 veils to fall each moment. First, to let go of life. In the end, to take a step without feet. To regard this world as invisible. And to disregard what appears to the self. Heart, I said, what a gift it has been to enter this circle of lovers, to see beyond seeing itself, to reach and feel within the breast. My soul, where does this breathing arise? How does this beating heart exist? Bird of the soul, speak in your own words and I will understand. The heart replied, I was in the workplace the day this house of water and clay was fired. I was already flaying that created house, even as it was being created. When I could no longer resist, I was dragged down, and my features were molded from a handful of earth. I always think to myself after reading Rumi poems. I question much of my life the last 55 years. Have I truly lived it? This is where my spiritual awakening began. I would like to conclude this episode with a quote from the book that I use for this episode, The Essential Rumi by Coleman Barks. And I quote, I don't tire of working on Rumi's poetry. It keeps unfolding its wisdom as I grow more open to what is given. He is the ocean that acknowledges oneness, the seawater over the multiplicity of waves, our individual circumstances. End of quote. I hope you enjoyed this time we shared as much as I do. The next time we meet again, I'll be reading a short story. Which one? Well, you'll have to find out in the next episode. Thank you and take care.